Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome in to week 8 of the Brady Fantasy Football Podcast. We're back again with another week. I'm going to take a quick look at the standings here. I have Herbs moves to first after Ice Brady lost last week. I stay in third with my win last week. Mahase moves up 1 with his win. Dear Dark Purdy moves down 1 with his loss. Corey gets a dub. Aaron gets a L. Josh T gets a W. And then Josh S and Shane both continue their losing streaks to move to 5. Just looking at the points forward, it's kind of a crazy difference to only be one win different there. But I know Josh has been struggling with some injuries this year. We go up here and take a look at the number 1 on the league for points for. It is Ice Brady Travis of the Phony Brigade. His days are numbered, I tell you. His days are numbered. Then we got myself. Then we got Defeated But Not Deleted. Then we got Zero Dark Purdy, Chiefs 3-peat, Mahase, Jake, Aaron, Corey, and East Coast Guy. So that's where we're at for that right now. Points against. We do have Shane with the most, which is not great for him. And then we got Zero Dark Purdy with the least, and I'll let you fill in the blanks for the rest. We're gonna take a quick look at the breakdown. The breakdown is the overall record for basically if you played everyone every week. What would your record be, right? Number 1, no surprise, we got myself, 48-24. Travis way behind at 47-25 there. And then we got Josh T, Jake, Josh S. So he'd be even basically, depending if it was like by the median points or something like that, which is not how we play in this league. We got Mahase, Zero Dark Purdy, Bibbidi, I'm Not Worthy, and East Coast Guy pulling up the rear there. We're gonna take a look at the coach rating. The coach rating is the least amount of points left on the bench for the year. So this is through week 8. We got Travis with leaving only 77 points on the bench, which is better than even East Coast Guy. So pretty crazy. He's really squeezing all the juice out of the guys he's got for all they're worth with 77 points when they left on the bench. You can see as we keep going down, we get all the way down to the bottom where me and Jake sits at the bottom, and then there's me I'm leaving double the points on the bench than Travis did. So maybe I need to take a look at what he's doing there on how to fake a team and figure out how to make that work. But Jace is right behind us, I'll mention too. Yeah, so there's mainly Jake, and then there's me and Jace right there with about less than a point difference. But yeah, I was going to take a quick look at that before we jump into the games for the week. This week, we're jumping straight in with, I don't actually know how this is set up, but it always starts with me, so I'm just going to start with me again. We're So Back versus Zero Dark Purdy, where I defeated him 130-119 with a little bit of help or a little bit of luck. Jordan Mason went out after getting only 1.8 points on the week, and that definitely saved my behind a little bit. I think he had Devin Singletary and Jordan Mason, and he needed like 19 points total to beat me. And Singletary only got a 5.3 in that loss to Pittsburgh, and Jordan Mason only got a 1.8 where he went out with an injury on that win against Dallas. So a little bit lucky there. I did leave plenty of points on my bench, as we saw in the coach rating there. And yeah, so let's take a quick look. Baker Mayfield's the dude, 24.3, with Cade Otton, 29.10, just reeling in these targets now that Mike Evans and Chris Godwin have been injured. Chris Godwin's season is over. Rest in peace. And of course, it's on Jace's team, who just has been riddled with injuries this year. And then Mike Evans, I think he's just out temporarily. I don't think he's out for this season, but he's out. I think he's still out again this week. But anyways, those are my 3 heroes there. And then it's DeAndre Swift, 21.9 in that loss against Washington. Pretty solid week all around. 130 points ain't bad. Puts me, I think, right around the middle of the pack, basically. Maybe on the bottom 6, something like that. But not too shabby. Not my best week for sure. And then on the other side, he did suffer that, he's out Mike Evans because of the injury. Nico Collins is out. Goddard is out. And now Mason might be out. I mean, I don't know if Mason's coming back this week or not. I'm recording this Sunday morning, so I'm going to upload this here in just a couple hours. You'll see it. But his heroes were Jamar Chase, Travis Kelce on tight end. Tight end weekend tight ends went crazy, bro. And then Lamar Jackson, of course, 24.16. Yeah, and that loss against Cleveland with Jameis Winston at the helm. The Browns might have a team now that Deshaun Watson is not leading them on offense. Next, we got I'm Not Worthy versus Ice Brady. Corey showing up this week, 145 points, the second most on the week. His best week, I think, in the league so far. Everything just dialed in for him. Joe Burrow only 12.86, but hey man, not bad. He did his job. 12, I'll take it. Not as good as Jared Goff at 15, but hey, we'll take it. He got Tracy on the bench with 25, looking like a solid, someone you can throw in your lineup. Montgomery 14, A-Chain 26, Tyreek Hill 13. So the Dolphins are back, baby. I mean, they lost to Arizona, but Tyreek was saying, everybody start me up. 13, I wouldn't be mad, but I mean, I was hoping for a little bit. I'm sure everyone was hoping for a little bit more. A-Chain, on the other hand, 26.7. Devonta Smith, 21.5. Conklin on tight end weekend, 15. Najee Harris, 17. Boswell kicking for 14, and the Ravens holding it to 10. On the opposite side, Tony Baloney over here, Ice Brady, 36 points from Jalen Hurts, his hero of the week, with Justin Jefferson reeling in 20. And the Steelers D throwing up almost 19 points. They are a steady D, and New York Giants was a solid bet. Shout out Brian Thomas Jr., who also got 15. That's pretty much it. He only left Sutton on the bench at 18. Nothing crazy there. So, well played, Corey. Way to get that dub. Way to, take a notch out of Travis's win streak there. Way to expose him a little bit. This is an interesting week. Definitely. Corey, way to get that dub. Way to stay even 4-4. And we'll see what happens next week. Next, we got Chiefs 3-peat versus half Herbs. Herbs coming in 141. Jake put together quite a squad this week. Tight end week, 16.8 from Kraft. Josh Allen, 19.82. Bijan Robinson, Jamar Gibbs. I mean, everyone's kind of in there just doing good work. And on the bench even. He got Zay Flowers, 19. Charbonnet at 11. Donald at 18. Ingram, his second tight end at 13. I mean, there's points galore over here on Jake's team. 141 puts him on the third highest on the week. And Chiefs 3-peat. He didn't do bad neither. I mean, Njoku, tight end week again, 17 points. Garrett Wilson, 17, not bad. Garrett Walker and Saquon Barkley doing their job, but maybe not, hitting the higher echelon of points that they get normally. Jaden Daniels, who we decided to bench again this week, only got 25. Tank Dell got 13.5 after being benched. So I don't know if it would have made much of a difference. I mean, 2 points there and only a handful of points there. Not sure if we could have caught him, but extends his loss streak to 5 and Jake's win streak to 3. Congratulations, Jake. Next, we got Mahase. I mean, given the beatdown to Liberty Bibbity there, 138-96. His heroes, we got Joe Mixon, James Cook, the running duo, slapping him for over 50 points. Puka Nacua back at 19.1. Tight end week, Dalton Kincaid getting 13. Ramondre Stevenson getting 23 on the bench there, which is kind of, in that win against the New York Jets, which I was very, very happy to see. FYJ. On the opposite side here for Aaron, the kind of lone bright spot would be Kyron Williams at 22.6. He's got a bunch of other people who did their jobs. JSN, Powers, tight end week, we were hoping a little bit more, but he was up against KC, 10 points. Debo, 12. Kicker for 12. Vikings D kind of let him down a little bit versus the LA Rams. Rough week to start. I think starting them against Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp. They're a different offense now, so a little bit rough there, but 1.24, at least didn't go negative. Chase Brown on the bench for 11 and Caleb Williams on the bench for 9. So I think Jordan Love going down definitely hurt. Jordan Love was, getting closer to 20 points a game for this. 29, 16, 26, 16. And then to go to 5.74 is not nice. I don't think it would have won the week for him by any means, but definitely a rough blow for Liberty Bibbity there, who was on his climb back. He was on a 2-game win streak, and now he's got handed the L by Mahase to move up to 4-4, and Liberty Bibbity falls to 3-5. Our last matchup of the week, East Coast guy versus defeated but not deleted. And defeated but not deleted coming in, showing exactly why he's not been deleted yet. 168 on the week versus East Coast guys 108. On the left side, ETN, 0 points, didn't play again. 2 weeks in a row, probably needs to get some. He swapped him out this week, I saw, but it's rough. And then we got, a couple of goose eggs on his bench because he's got 2 on IR and another out and another questionable. Yeah, his kind of, he got a couple bright spots though. Don't get me wrong. Brock Purdy, 25. Marvin Harrison Jr., 24. Trey McBride in tight end week going 22.4. Nothing bad. 49ers doing their job too at 11.24. But on the opposite side, Josh T just had all winners, baby. All winners. Basically, the only people maybe not pulling their weight was Hopkins on that trade now on the Kansas City Chiefs, who only kicking for 6, and he missed that one field goal. That was a 40-yarder. And then the Jets D versus New England. Typically, it would have been a good idea to start the defense against the Patriots, but the Patriots got something that they keep stashed away for the Jets usually, and they pulled it out this week, so only 5.84 for the Jets. However, his big hero, dude, CeeDee Lamb, 41.60. That is looking like last year's CeeDee Lamb. Absolutely crazy. I mean, they lost the game, but 41.6 points to put up. CeeDee Lamb and that connection, when it's on, dude. 41.6 is crazy. George Kittle, 25.8 in that tight end week. Great stuff. Trey McLaurin, 18.5. Jaden McDaniels and him are cooking. Josh Jacobs, 26.5. They really, it was a close game, but Josh Jacobs was looking great that game. Did a fantastic job. And then James Conner, he did pretty all right. I mean, 15 points. I'm not going to complain. So defeated but not deleted. He did leave some handful of other points on the bench. Kyle Pitts, 26. So he had 2 crazy good tight ends on tight end week. And he put Hopkins in over Pitts, and he could have thrown Pitts in. That would have been even a crazier blowout. I don't think this gets him the point total for the year. We are going to check real quick. Yeah, he does not quite reach the points total record for which Zero Dark Purdy set in week 4 of 178.94. But it's getting pretty damn close. So 168 from defeated but not deleted moves him to 3-5 and moves Shane to 1-7 with a 5-game loss streak. I'm sure he's hoping to turn around this week. Lastly, we're going to take a look at this week's games. Thursday night games have already happened, and the Sunday games have not started yet by the time I'm recording this. And it started me with Mahase and East Coast Guy, so we'll start here. Mahase versus East Coast Guy. East Coast Guy is back in the sense that he actually updated his roster. We got Eckler, we got Rashad White, Pittman, Harrison, McBride, Amari Cooper, Justin Tucker, Eagles defense, Kirk Cousins, a new quarterback on the team. He's cleared out all the guys who are doing goose eggs on his bench, it looks like. He's got a bye, and he's got McCaffrey still on IR. He picked up Jacoby Myers, Jared Judy, Etienne is, looks like it's going to be out again, so he's on the bench. And Shakir must not like them versus the other wide receivers he's got. So we got a team. We got a team there. He's projected 104 to Mahase's 120.51. Mixon starting him off pretty solid there, 17.6. Not a crazy game by any means, but 17.6, I'm going to be happy with that. That's definitely pulling his weight on the team. So that's up to everyone else to get him across the finish line. So I'm going to give this one to Mahase. He's 4-4. He's projected to win, and I think the Mixon start definitely helps it. So I'm cheating a little bit because I get to see that, but I'm going to give it to Mahase. Next, we had defeated but not deleted versus Zero Dark Purdy, and Zero Dark Purdy just keeps getting slapped around with the injuries. He's got Goddard out, Evans out, Nico Collins still out, Jordan Mason is on bye, so he's not playing, but looks like it's going to be, if he might need to pick up another tight end. He's only got a little bit of time here before the game starts, so hopefully he can do that in time. I don't think he has one on his bench either. So I'll have to pick up a tight end. And then, but he's projected 103 to defeat him at deleted to 119. 119 is coming off a hot week, and I don't think it's going to change. I mean, Kyle Murray versus the Bears, James Conner versus the Bears, Trey McLaurin playing against the New York Giants, Kyle Pitts versus Dallas, Hopkins on the bench after his performance last week, DJ Stroud only getting 11.5 in that loss to the Jets. I think it was a good call to start Kyler over Chicago. I'm going to give this to defeat him not deleted. He's coming off a hot week. I think he's going to continue the streak. And Josh H is he's getting beat up. He's got Goddard out now. He's got to find a replacement for that. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm going to give it to defeat him not deleted. Next, we got a Liberty Bibbity versus Chiefs 3P. And what might end up being the nail biter of the week, Josh S started with a great game from Garrett Wilson and that insane, I'll put it over there. And that insane Jumpman catch from Garrett Wilson. He got 30 points even on the week to Devontae Adams 22 and Breece Hall's 11.5. So he's got Garrett Wilson basically putting together both those points a little bit, right? 33.6 to 30. Great start from him. We'll see if he can keep it up, but I'm going to go ahead and give the edge to Josh S because I got a feeling he's tired of losing, and this might be the week he can actually turn it around. But keep your eyes on this space because I have a feeling this is going to be a close one. Next, we got Ice Brady, a.k.a. Phony Baloney versus High Off Herbs. And this is a good test. So we got gut feelings. We've got, what we feel. I say that the truth will be exposed and stuff like this. But this is, if we go to the points for, this is Ice Brady going 6-2. He uses all of his juice every week, giving it his all every week. It's got to catch up with him. He does not have extra points on the bench. Me, every week I've got options. Every week I've got almost too many points to handle. You know what I mean? And so it's going to catch up with him. He's at the top right now. He's one of the highest with the points against, right? 927. There's only one other team two teams that are lower than him. Zero Dark Purdy, and I'm not worthy. But then there's Travis. So he's not been handed much of a challenge, right? Whereas Jake is on not under 1,000 on the 4 points, but every week it's because he's leaving so much on the bench. So he's got the firepower, and he's remained 7-1. But boy, oh boy, does he need to show up this week. He needs to make sure he makes the right decisions to be able to beat Travis, because I think this could be the turning point. We're halfway through the season, and it's going to be Playoff Herbs versus Travis. Right now, Jake is projected to win, and he's on a win streak of 3. Travis is on a loss, and we'll see if Travis can do it. His kicker got 7 points from this week, which is, I mean, I'm not going to complain, but it's not great either, right? And I think Jake's going to, I'm going to hand it to Jake. I think it's going to be a close one, but I think he's going to get the dub here, and we're going to start seeing the decline of Ice Brady, Mr. Phony Baloney over there. So, Travis, Jake, I wish you the best of luck. Yeah, Travis, I got nothing to say to you, but Jake, I wish you the best of luck. Get this dub, boy. And then for me, We're So Back versus I'm Not Worthy. It's projected to be a little bit of a blowout, which we know how the projections work. Not ever true, but we do have Conklin going from -3 receiving yards and 1 catch on his win to start off. So he's got 0.7 points on his very first guy. He's got Najee on bye. He's got Boswell, one of his strongest players, on bye as well. His kicker. Been pretty good heading into this week. I'm having a hard time choosing between who's going to get the most points because they're all just so good. We'll see what happens here. I'm 6-2. I'm trying to continue my win streak. Corey's 4-4, trying to continue his win streak, but I got a good feeling about it, so I'm going to go ahead and give the edge to myself. And with that, thank you for tuning in. I'm going to keep this one short and sweet because next week we are diving in back to the spreadsheets. We're going to be taking a look at where our injuries are at, how our drafts are panning out. We're just going to jump back into all that. So next week, keep your eyes peeled for the spreadsheets because that's coming. But for now, that's it for the week. Thank you very much for tuning in to the Brady Fantasy Football Podcast, where if you're listening, your family. All right, have a good one.